What is up, Nerd Nation? It's your boy Trey, back at it with another YouTube video. Big shout out to everybody out there who's been supporting the Truckin' with Trey and Nerdy by Nature show. I want to thank you guys for doing what you do. Today, I've had a lot of requests for personal branding, and I wanted to get into that in this particular video. Some of the strategies that I've put into place, some of the things that have been successful and are working for us here, the Nerdy by Nature show and Truckin' with Trey. So, we're going to get into personal branding today. If you guys stick around to the end of the video, I'll tell you exactly how you can get your name and your personal brand attached to every video that I create. So, without further ado, let's get right into personal branding, guys. So, backstory. Let's roll back a little bit. Your boy Trey has been content creating for a couple of years now and wanted to impart some of the wisdom that I've come across while I've been doing the content creation process and what's worked for me, what's been successful in building your own brand. So we started doing a talk show a couple of years back. Me and Brother Z started our own adventures into content creation. And at the time, I decided that we needed to keep our brand simple, very simple. And so we went with 3 letters, NBN, for the Nerdy by Nature show. And I thought, this is brilliant. We'll keep it simple. We'll keep it three letters. That's what we're going to attach our brand to. And through the process, I realized that NBN does not represent anything within an SOA or a search engine that is going to be relevant to us pushing content out to you guys in Nerd Nation. So, of course, we had to revamp that. In the process, we decided to continue to keep everything clean and simple. So if you look above us on the TV here, you will definitely see we have revised the logo so that it does represent our brand, number one, and it still remains very clean and recognizable. And these are 2 things that we'll get into here in a bit. But as far as the Nerdy by Nature brand itself goes, we overthought the process right out of the gate. We tried to keep it too simple, which in turn hurt us because NBN does not represent the Nerdy by Nature show. So, first and foremost, guys, we want you guys to walk away with something recognizable, something that you can attach your brand to, that when other people see it, they're going to be like, that is Truckin' with Trey, the podcast, or the Nerdy by Nature show. And that comes into a lot into the logo. So we actually have a couple of different logos. We have the Nerdy by Nature show logo. We also have the Truckin' with Trey logo that we use. So as your boy Trey kind of migrated out onto his own to start his solo project, Truckin' with Trey, I also had to come up with a logo for that. I wanted the Truckin' with Trey logo to be separate from the Nerdy by Nature logo. And we're going to talk logos and branding and merchandising and all of these things. I recorded a series of podcasts called So You Want to Be a Podcaster, the podcast for podcasters wanting to podcast. And the biggest response I got was about branding. That seems to be where most people have a breakdown within their content creation. You can be creating amazing content, and there's a ton of people out there in the world of YouTube and Twitch and Mixer and podcast that are creating amazing content. But if someone doesn't have a recognizable logo for branding purposes and to bring people back in, then you're dying in a sea of content creators. I read somewhere that there are 4,000 hours of YouTube uploaded every hour. So if you do not have something that people can tangibly tie back to, then you're going to get buried in the sea of content, in the sea of creators pushing content out in front of people. So today we're going to get into exactly how I went about deciding logos, merchandising logos, and how we can best fit a logo to whatever brand it is that you're trying to create. So, its placement, people in the YouTube universe, if you couldn't see, has a Yeti tumbler that is laser etched with the Nerdy by Nature show logo. So once I had this logo that I'm very proud of, that's very simple, very to the point, and that matches what we want to do. The logo screams podcast, content creation. You look at the logo, the Nerdy by Nature show logo, and it's something that you can Google search and is going to show up in the returns, the SOA in Google search with our content. So not only are we on a lot of platforms, we have a very recognizable logo. And when you see that logo, if you were interested in search the Nerdy by Nature show, we would return at the top of the Google search results, which is what everybody wants to do. If you're creating content, you want to be found. You can create content all day long. If you're not found through these search engines, you're not going to get any traction. So we got us a logo. We got us a very nice logo. We got something that is recognizable, something that can be searched and represents what we do. So as content creators, we have the first piece, which is that logo, that recognizable piece of swag that people are going to be searching for and going to be looking for. And that is the cornerstone for where we start. So find you a logo, create you a logo that's going to represent whatever it is. Whether you're a fashionista, whether you're a content creator, whether you're a personal blogger, a travel blogger is very popular right now. There's a ton of niches that you could be working within, but your logo has to represent the product that you're putting out there. And then secondly, you have to be able to brand that logo on merchandise, on whatever it might be. Laser engraved Yetis, right? Like, I go crazy with it. Laser engraved Yetis. Why not? Got a cool logo, put it on a Yeti. Who doesn't like a Yeti, right? Then we moved into t-shirts and tanks, which you'll see via the green screen. That is a neon green logo, a metallic logo. So the green screen is going to take that away. But we have shirts and tanks. We have the best thing in the world, a good old koozie that we have gone ahead and put our logo on. We have, let's see, this. We have window stickers, guitar case stickers, wherever you want to stick these guys. And then we have very nice vinyl logo stickers. So we have a vast majority of what we have is merchandising in general. So we put our logo, we slapped our logo on everything, which is intentional. If I'm somewhere and I have 2 or 3 koozies in my pocket and we're out at a bar and we're talking and we're getting just being social with people. It's a great way to hand something out to somebody, a sticker, a koozie, whatever it might be. This is where the mindset has to change. So with our logo and with our merchandise, we have to be able to turn around and hand this stuff out to people. At any given time, as I'm just going to lunch or out and about, I'm carrying 30 to 40 business cards with me. I'm carrying a couple of koozies, a couple of stickers. Most of this stuff travels with me wherever I go, for the sheer fact that when someone sparks a conversation and they have interest in something that is close to what we're creating, I want to give them something. I want to give them a koozie or a sticker or something. That is a tangible item that helps that person remember what your brand is. And 2 or 3 days down the line, when they're cracking a frosty adult beverage and they're using that koozie that you gave them, they're going to be like, that's right, I was talking to this gentleman at the bar, and let me Google search that. And this is where you're going to have that return on investment. So you're investing in this merchandise, you're creating quality content, and now you're putting your logo in a position for you to succeed, in a position for people to find your brand. So what I want you guys to do is think about what your logo needs to incorporate. What does your logo need to say to people? And then shamelessly self-promote yourself. If you're looking to drive people to your Instagram, Twitters, Facebook groups, your YouTube pages, whatever, hand out this logo, hand out this merchandise. Make sure that it is searchable. Make sure that it is quality content to go with quality merchandise, because that is where people are going to advertise your brand for you. You don't have to have the largest following as long as you are putting your brand in front of more eyes every day. So think about that as y'all go through your day-to-day. Content creators, keep doing what you do. The content only gets better every day on all of these platforms that we have to use. And oh yeah, for you that stuck around to the end of the video, thank y'all. I've got a very special offer for all of you guys that have stuck around all the way to the end of this video. The Nerdy by Nature Show and Truckin with Trey has a Patreon page. It'll be in the description, the link below, in Linktree. Go to my Patreon page. If you do a $5 Patreon donation, do the $5 monthly Patreon donation, I will add your name and your brand to the post credits in every one of my videos. Thank you guys for sticking around. If you enjoy what I talk about and what I do, please give me a thumbs up, give me a like, share it with your friends. And as always, stay nerdy, my friends.